back to the channel. Pathfinder 101. Got something a little different today. I was working on a Honda Rancher 420 4x4 and I got it running, changed cylinder, piston, all that. Did all the valves and it was running pretty good, but I got tired of messing with it. So it's sat in the garage for here, probably 6 months. Not real sure. So yeah, anyway, got tired of it. So I traded it for a Kawasaki ZX10R. It's a 1000 Ninja. It was in an accident. The guy ran into a car. I'm not sure how long ago. Can't quite tell. The kid I got it from said it was his buddy. Let him borrow the bike and wrecked it. So it looks like most of the damage was to the front end. I've already been working on it a little bit. I got it in here, kind of rigged up I don't even know what you'd call it. I don't even know if it's OSHA safe, you know what I mean? Anyway, it works, so if it works, is it dumb? I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't fall. Anyway. So we got the shocks off. That was a chore. And if you look at the stem, it is bent pretty bad. So I think they call this a triple tree. I'm not sure. But he broke the upper. There's the ignition key. That's the hole that the shock would go through, and that's the top where you tighten it down against the bearings. Here's the other side. It would come, somewhere in here. So I ordered a new triple tree. Like I said, I'm not sure if that's the correct term. Learning this as I go. I do have experience riding bikes, street bikes. I had a GSX-R 750. I had a CBR 600. I've had several street bikes. Never really worked on them though. So this is my chance to learn a little bit more about the bikes. It does have extended swing arm. I think it's 3 inches. Not 100% sure. I haven't measured it. It does run. There's no water in it, so I didn't want to run it too long, and there's no oil. He laid it over on this side, and it messed up the timing cover. Got a hole in it, and I'm pretty sure that's where all the oil's going. But hopefully we can get this thing back together. Once parts start coming in, I'll bring you back and do some videos of putting this thing back together. I do have an almost full set of plastics for it. He did start buying parts for the bike. Sorry, I'm moving stuff around here. The tank is in good shape. There's no dents or anything in it. So the tank looks good. Here's the extra plastics here. The front fairing is complete with the headlight assembly, mirrors. I've got an extra windscreen. That's the broken I guess front fairing where the lights and stuff go. There's the seat. It's in good shape, no tears. Fender. This piece back here is an extra. It's not the original, best I could tell, because like I said, everything else is black and white, and that one's just white. I do have an extra tail fairing. All the blinkers are broken. Tail light's broken. So this thing's going to need a lot of work. Here's where the blinkers would go. There's what's left of the tail light. It's all broken. But yeah, like I say, once we start getting parts in for this thing, we'll start tearing into it. I would like to put some oil in it, let it run, get it up to temperature, drain it, put some fresh oil in it, change the filter, just do a general service on it. My concern was that it hit so hard that I wanted to make sure that the frame wasn't bent. And so far everything looks good. I don't see any hidden damage on the frame, no kinks. So everything looks good there, so we're going to continue on. The radiator did get hit also, so it needs a new radiator. But that's all in the works. But like I say, as parts come in, we'll throw them on. Next, we'll probably try to get this thing started. Like I said, it does run. I just haven't run it with it all disassembled like this. And I'll get it up to temperature, change the oil and filter. And I don't want to go too much because that case is cracked. But a little bit of oil leak, that won't be too bad. Alright, so it's another day out here working on the ZX10R. I've got the fairing just kind of sitting on here. I did do a little bit of work to it since last time. I repaired the ram air duct. It was cracked. It was missing a piece on the bottom. It was missing this piece right here. So I cut a piece out of a old cooling fan that I had out of the shroud. Plastic welded it in. And then sealed it with some RTV. Turned out pretty good. Very strong, very durable. I did install the gauge and the fairing stay. I mean, it's sturdy. It's not going anywhere. So today I want to try to install the front fairing and make sure everything's going to fit okay on that. Because like I said, the whole front end was damaged. Forks, everything was smashed. I did replace the triple tree. I got a used one off of eBay. Everything's torqued to spec. The only thing not torqued is the top nut here. Once we get the shocks in there, once we get the shocks in, we'll torque this one to spec. Got the ignition in. It was bent when I got it, so I had to straighten that out. You just don't know what you're going to get when you get stuff from eBay, so it was a used part. But I'm going to go ahead and put you guys on the tripod here, and I'm going to try to put this fairing on. First thing we got to do is take these bolts out for the mirrors. I'm just going to temp install this thing on here. Probably going to have to come back off. But I haven't seen this bike put the fairings on yet, so I want to put them on here and we'll see what it looks like. Looks like I gotta take a couple more screws out. Alright, got the fairing installed. A little bit more difficult than I was expecting, as you saw from the video. I was having troubles getting it lined up. Not sure what the sequence of putting it together is. We got it on there. I was trying to be gentle because it is plastic, didn't want to break it. But I've got it on, got the lights hooked up. It's still loose. Looks pretty good. Can't wait to get the front forks on and get the front plastics on. Like I said, I think I said in the earlier, is I want to paint this white black so it'll match the front fairing. This one's got the black, and then it's got the white stripe here. I'm going to try to tape this off right here along this white line, then paint it solid black to here. Then I'll have the white line and then green, so it should look very similar to what that is right there. But that's about all we can do for today. Still waiting on a radiator, still waiting on the front forks, and we're still waiting on a front tire and the rotors, I guess they are, for the brakes, because that one's bent on the one side, the wheel's bent. The tire's good, but it's definitely bent. You can see it right there. I feel like the axle's still straight. This side, rotor's not as bad, but it is bent. If you spin the tire, you can see it wobble. So once we get some more parts in, we'll put some more parts on. But that's all we're going to do for today. Alright, we got some parts in finally for the ZX10R. We got us a new cover and a new starter cover. You can see this one's got a hole in it right here, and I've already taken the cover off for the starter, and it's got a hole in it. You can see it right there's a hole. So we ordered us a new cover, new gasket kit, and we're going to go ahead and change them out. I've already started removing the bolts. Like I said, I've got the cover off for the starter already. And I've already taken these bolts out here, so I'm working on the clutch now. So I just got to loosen this nut, slide it out of the way, and the cover should be ready to come off. Hoping I can get this thing off without too much trouble. There's the clutch cable off, and I think I got all the screws out. Let's see if we can tap this thing off with the hammer. Oops, sorry guys. Pretty sure I got all the bolts out. There it comes. There it is. And there you can see big hole all the way through the case. Looks like it was even rubbing on the gears. Everything looks good in here. Nice and clean. There goes the old gasket. Keep that dowel pin in there. Alright, so this is garbage. Alright, so we got a new one right here. It's nice and black, looks good, no scratches. Everything looks good. The gasket. Never done this before, guys, so I'm hoping everything goes smooth. Doesn't look too difficult. Just trying to get this out right now. The gasket's pretty thin. Trying to get it out without ruining. Not exactly sure. I might have to get a razor knife. Trying to use a pair of scissors here to cut along the edge of the gasket without cutting the gasket. Like it's going to work. I'll bring it back once I get this thing open. Final product. The covers are installed. Looking good. Everything's torqued to spec. I had to use two covers. The first cover I used had so much paint on it that when I was putting it on, the little guide pin didn't go in properly, and it broke the brand new case, or the cover. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, it broke it. Yeah, broke it right there. All the way around. Brand new cover. But here's the guide pin right there. Can't even get it out, so had to get another guide pin for the cover for this cover, because that one's frozen in there. So yeah, that's what you get when you get cheap parts. Guys, get OEM stuff. Yeah, this should have been an easy job, but it's taken me about an hour to do. Like I said, I'd do it twice. But everything's on. It's looking good. Yeah, no leaks yet. So still waiting for the radiator to come in. As soon as that comes in, we'll put that on. Then I got to order a front wheel because the wheel's bent. I know I've already said that. But it's coming along. Alright, so we're going to end this video here. It's starting to get pretty long. I did get the forks in. I got them installed. Got the radiator installed. Got the stuff used off of eBay. But the issue that I'm having is the right fork right here. The axle bolt won't go through it. So this is a 2007 Kawasaki, and I ordered a 2007 forks used, and they're not fitting. So I'm thinking it's the wrong year. I think the guy sent me the wrong year. Not sure. I have no way to verify it. The guy's not helping me out at all. So we're going to end it here, and I'm going to have to reorder the new forks from somebody else. I don't know if any of you guys have had this issue before. This one is a larger diameter.
I got nightmares in my head.
Like I said, this one is a smaller diameter.
Build up until I can't hear.
I don't know
that
why.
my mind fills up into a creature.
The original ones that came off it were large diameter and large diameter.
And silently, it could build
but like I said, this one's bent, so I can't even use this one. So I tried to get a set,
no exposure, I just
and even the color's a little different on the fork housing. So it's kind of a more gold,
like moving boulders just to
kind of
get
lighter
out of the
colored
home.
gold.
It sucks.
So,
I've had enough. I don't
not
want
sure.
to feel the stuck under
But
the
we're gonna end it
rug,
here,
all my problems
and
that I shove.
once I figure out what's going on, I'll come back and update
up until I can't hear.
you guys know.
That my mind fills up until
Best I could tell right now, we are gonna have to order some new ones.
I got nightmares.
I guess just make sure they verify it's the right size. I don't know. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one.